Excellent. Okay. So we're going to start out, we're going to do a lot of strengthening today. Okay. In our advanced class, we do a lot of similar things. Just be careful, there's an outlet behind you. Just wanted to remind you. Yeah. That happens. We have stuff, and then we're just going to spread out since we have the space. Thank you so much for joining us for our intermediate advanced workshop at Metta Yoga. Super excited to be back here. Love this studio. What we want to do is utilize the swing to do all of our workout needs. Okay, so I have a few kind of ultimate full body workouts that I like to do. 5 minutes and you're good. Well, since we have 2 hours, we want to spread it out, but I'm going to show you how I like to use the hand holds to begin. Okay, so wrist wrap is my preferred hold. Okay, you have to make sure that it's nice and tight, and we're going to wind up in a sumo squat to begin. We'll take a nice long shavasana at the end. We'll probably be good. We'll be cooked in about, an hour and 15 minutes. So let's just kind of give it our all, and then we'll have lots of downtime in between. A lot of play shots, some labs. So we're going to do some labs today to really go into some details and learn the physics of the body, the pivot points, really getting comfortable with a lot of the. Then I'll show you real quick. You just do one leg at a time and let the toes touch down. Otherwise, 10. Lift. Lift. Knees all the way to the chest. Lift. 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 Till the heat rises. And then back to sumo. Go ahead and sway from side to side. Now, it is really common for the hands to get tired, so just take a break and shake it out frequently, because you don't want to burn out the hands. It's kind of like that, right? So frequent breaks if you need. And then we're going to come back into our sumo, and we're going to do bicep curls. So notice I'm up on my toes, and we're going to lift, bicep curl, lift. Almost like you're going to pick yourself up. Lift, lift, 10 if you can, okay? Now, if we were going to do a stronger practice, we would add the lifts with straight legs and then add little burpees at the top and stay lifted. So just know, if you want to do a really advanced practice at home, try doing straight legs, lift, 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 and then try doing all the way up and then lift, lift, lift. It's going to be super hard. Okay, told you. So give your hands a break. Is that fun? You're like, okay, we're good. 5 minutes. Good. Yeah. All right, shake it out whenever you need. The hands will get tired. Now what we're going to do is keep warming up using the top of the leg lifts. Let's say that's way too much for the average person. They'll do one, like one burpee. So let's hold on to the top of the leg loops. We call it the nub. Where the fabric meets the webbing is a perfect hold. Isn't that nice? Way easier than the hand holds. So then from our wide sumo, we're going to come all the way down, nice and low. And you have the choice here. We're going to do both. But you have the choice of focusing on the hands and arms and doing bicep curls, or you have the choice of focusing on the legs and doing squats, squats, squats. Okay? So I want you to pick whichever one you want to do. Welcome. Hi. We're going to have you be not the next swing back, but the one in the middle there. So we'll have lots of space. We'll do socks off. We're still just doing a warm-up lap. Thank you for joining us. So we're working on gaining some strength in the swing. So we're holding on to the top of the leg loop, and we're coming behind the swing and doing a squat. Sumo, and then just halfway for legs. And if you're doing arms, do a full bicep curl all the way up onto your tippy toes. So decide, do you want to do both arms and legs, which then it's easy, or do you want to do just legs, right? So use your legs, or just arms, just want to hang, then we make it restorative. Right? So that's how we can go from beginner to intermediate to advanced. Now what we're gonna do is walk to the back of the mat and slide down to the center of the leg loops, okay? So we're gonna do a wrist wrap, but it's more of like a boxer wrap. I don't know what else to call it right now, so I'm open to new names. But you wrap it around your wrist once, and then you grab it, okay? So the one that's closest to you, you wrap it around your wrist and then you grab it. Okay, so it's X'd over your wrist. You have to keep tension on your leg loops the whole time or it's not gonna stay. Okay? Keep them tight, pull them. Yes, tight, pull them tight. Now when you lean back, now we're gonna do, oh, this is so nice. So this is how we rest. And then we're gonna bicep curl lift with the chest. Keep tension on the leg loops the whole time, so you're gonna lean back, lift. If you turn your fingers towards your gaze, they'll stay on. It's okay to just use a regular wrist wrap, but if you can, do the boxer version. Lift and lower. Don't worry about the wrap as much as do bicep curls, Mimi.
Yeah.
So just do a regular wrist wrap if it's not staying, okay? Yeah. The boxer wrap just gives you a grip on your hands. Either way, do 10, wherever you are. Okay? So lift, push with the hips, and lower. Awesome. Okay. So now this is our new fancy move. So watch me for the first one, and then we're gonna do it together. We're gonna move right into some leg stretches. So from here, I'm gonna lift my left leg up, I'm gonna kick while I'm doing my bicep curl, and then voila, my ankle is gonna hook, okay? So come down low, let's do it together. Okay, and time it, where you inhale, lift the leg, and kick up. Yeah, so it's a little bit easier. We're starting with the left. I know we normally start with the right, but let's do the other left. So, Healy, have we practiced together before?
No.
Oh, well, welcome. This is going to be a little bit more strengthening and challenging and dynamic. Yeah, you look good, though. You're going to do fine. I mean, you look good, but you're going to do fine as well. Looking good, Healy. Welcome to the team. Okay, so then we're going to release the wrist wrap and go back to the top of the leg loop. I call it the nub. And I'll slow it down if you guys need, but what we're gonna do with some of the standing poses is just move forward and back. So we have the swing butt bunched up at the ankle, and we're coming kind of in this split, and open, that's it. And then lift up onto the toes, press, press, press. And then go ahead and lean back, straight arms, straight legs, that's it. So inhale, lift, bicep curl. Press, 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 woo! Exhale, lean back, lean into it. Let this be like, this is our restorative, right? We get a nice restorative pause. And then we inhale, lift, and let it be strong. Awesome. Let's go ahead and switch to the hand holds. You guys kind of know what happens from there. Forward, lunge, and then side angle, blah, 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 right? Since we have some moments, you guys can watch out for one another back there. But we're gonna bend the standing leg and we're gonna float. So nice, strong wrist wrap. Okay, yay. Then we're gonna get both feet up there. Play a little bit from side to side. Now just know your hands will get tired, so take a break whenever you need. Bend the knees out to the side and lift the hips. It's a version of flying monkey. Let that feel good. And then bicep curl up to sit on your feet. Let's do that a few times. Keep the hips pressed forward. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, bicep curl. Good. A couple like that. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, bicep curl. Awesome. So there's a few different moves we can do from here. So we're going to do a lab on standing splits, inverted standing splits. And we're going to do a lab on Supta Baddha. Although that's a very loose interpretation, which Lori reminds me of. So we're going to release our hand holds, and we're just hooking our elbows. Okay? And then from there, we're going to lower ourselves down. So you can hold on to this one with your hands, but then you can trust that you're fully suspended by your legs. This is a different Supta Baddha than we're used to. Coming into an inversion. Now, of course, the trick is how to get out of here. So we get out of here by reaching back and grabbing for your leg loops in your hands. One at a time. Grab the bottom of the leg loops. Yes. And now when they're in your hands, I know, Mimi's like, we've just up-leveled. Then I can extend. Yeah, you can put them on the shoulders too. Yeah, just slide down the leg loops. There you go. Lower yourself down. You signed the waiver, right, Mimi?
Yes.
Just joking. Put those on the shoulders for a version of skydiver. This is kind of, yeah, very nice. This is kind of an easier version. There you go. Awesome. Put them on the shoulders for now, Mimi. We'll come back down again. Okay, so skydiver. If we wanted to come up, let's just say we'd climb up, right? Keep holding on. Hold on to the top of the swing. And then you can straighten the legs, come sit. Okay? I just want you to be able to come in and out safely. For example, that's always good. Yeah, one way or another, get there. Okay, great. Now just hang out here. We never really swing in the swing, so it's kind of nice to swing. Let me show you how to do a flip from there. Okay? Again, it's allowed. So we're gonna get crazy. We do lots of flips and tricks today. So I'm gonna just start out the same way. So left leg, float, right leg, knees bend out. I'm gonna come down a little faster, because I can. Okay, great. So this version, we're reaching up and grabbing from the leg loops. And we're putting them on the shoulders. Now, if you wanted to do a flip, it's actually really easy. It's just a little scary at first. You have to get these onto the shoulders. You reach up and you grab, you kick your legs through center, and you come to sit. Ta-da! Some of you are smiling, some of your jaws drop down. Okay, both are acceptable responses. Flips, okay? Now, if the flip doesn't go well, just come to sit in the swing, right? So we're gonna all come to the mat. Let's try our new entrance, which I really like. So standing at the back of the mat, we're gonna get into a wrist wrap. Let's go with the right leg now. Okay, because we do these cool TRX moves in our more intro classes, right? But then we can pull, lift, get the right ankle in there. Yeah, isn't that nice? Everybody kind of struggles with getting their foot up. So I was like, that's fun and fancy. Okay, so let's just take it from the top and do our stretches first. So leaning back, and then inhale, press forward. Exhale, lean back. Let's all sync up. Sorry, I went a little fast there. Inhale, bicep curl, press forward. Yep. Exhale, lean back, straight arms. Yeah, we want to do this together so we don't bop. Although we have plenty of room, it's nice to stay safe. All right, so all kinds of stretches we can do from there. We're like dot, dot, dot. Go for the wrist wraps. Yeah, the beginner leg stretches, if you don't remember, there's like a ton of videos. You can go back and stretch legs. Then we're gonna just, don't have too much slack, but we're going to bend the standing leg and let ourselves float. There you go. Nice. And then we can kick both feet up. And then bend the knees out to the side. Press the hips up and lean back. So we arch and open for flying monkey, for a version of flying monkey. Then we bicep curl to sit on our feet. Yeah. Let the elbows hook. So get your elbows around the swing. There you go. One. Both at the same time is a good idea. I'm scared. I know, I can see you're scared. You can do it. I'll come spot you if you want. And then you can come on down. Okay? So just stay here and stoop the body and enjoy the stretch. It's really good for the lower back and knees. I'm going to come up and help Amy. Okay? So everyone just press your hands into your thighs if you want a deeper stretch. Kevin, put yourself up. Well, it should be right here. Yeah. Let's do this step. Everybody take your time. All right. Feet together. Yep. Bicep curl up. Yeah. Good. And now the hands. Just hold on to me. One go. Inhale is actually knees wide. Yeah, feet together. All right, good. Feet together, knees wide. There you go. Okay, hold on to the legs with your hands. Everybody follow along now. Hold on to the legs with your hands. Okay, great. Go ahead and lift yourself up and put those on the shoulders. Yes, good. It's kind of like super fly, right? We do super fly. Now, if anybody wants to do a flip, you're going to reach up and grab for the leg loops, not the swing, the leg loops behind you. You have to keep leaning forward to keep tension on the leg loops, and then see if you can flip around. If that's not in the cards for today, just pull yourself back up. That's it.
I'll do it if somebody else got me.
Right? Did it correctly? Well, these have to be tight on the shoulders. There you go. That's a lock, right? The way, come on up. Yeah, come on up to sit. The way you keep those locked on the shoulders is all of your weight pulling forward, so this doesn't slip off. It's kind of a little bit of magic too.
And then do I grab and put on my shoulders?
Yep, all the way up. So you have to keep leaning forward, lock them in. They're not high enough. Lock them in. Yeah, there you go. Pull them really tight towards your neck. Yeah, reach up, keep leaning forward. See, that's why it's slipping off. Yep. Well, if they're gonna slide off, then obviously the flip is not happening. If we lose them.
So how do I slip into the sit?
Oh, you hold on to the swing and lean back? So
With shoulders on or without? Without.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just sink back and then straighten your legs and then come to sit. Did you want to try it?
I'm hooked. Where do I go now?
Flip your butt above your head. Keep going. Flip, 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 and come to sit. Yes. Almost. So you kind of hop into the swing.
Okay.
I like hopped for you. That was very helpful of me. I'm like a sympathetic flipper. Yes, keep going. Flip, flip, flip. Yes, good. And you just pull yourself up to come to sit. Yeah. It's a little one now. We love you, but we're gonna. Yeah.
But I think with no shirt, it might stick there.
Well, maybe. Yeah, you can try. All right, let's use her as an experiment. Let's try it one more time. Go ahead and get yourself into Supta Baddha. Just see if you can talk yourself through it. Yeah, no, really. I'm like, just get yourself there. Both legs float, feet together, knees open wide. Pull yourself up, hips first. Yeah. With the elbows. The elbows hook is just lowering yourself down with control. Otherwise, you could just flip, right? So feet together, knees open wide. Beautiful. And now, once you're down, go ahead and hold on to the leg loops. It does help to have skin, you're right, but like, ooh, let me get this untangled for you, there you go. But it's also, like I have a shirt on and I can still do it, but it's just like a lock, right? You have to get it locked in and then you keep weight there. It's our weight that keeps it locked on. So you have to lean forward a lot. Reach up and grab, keep leaning forward. Yeah, lift your hips towards the sky, flip, flip, flip. Keep going, keep your head pointing down. Yep, and then hips over the head. Keep going, keep go.
Okay, let's loosen the shoulder then.
So you're holding on with your hands too. It's just, you have to do it
Yeah,
quick.
just quick, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it goes. All right, let's do an easier version. Or some might call it an easier version. So we've learned, and we will learn, I should say, because some of you have taken the advanced training with me and some of you have that to look forward to in June. We've learned Supta Baddha from our floating Buddha. Okay, did we do this one? Do you remember doing this one? Maybe. But let's revisit it from this one position. So we're all coming down into our floating Buddha. And this is, we call it a lab because this is when we get to experiment. Be like, oh, we can do 3 different ways, right? And there's flips for each one. Yeah, if the leg loops aren't on the shoulders, you can actually flip, but it's actually safer, right? Because then we're monkeys, so we should hold on. If somebody forgets to hold on, then you're still hooked. That's why we do it that way. Okay, there's also a great version of Supta Baddha where we do this with the leg loops spread out. So let's actually do the easier version. You might like this one better, Mimi. Can you hook your heels so this leg loops touch the arches of the feet? That's actually a key. Let's hear it. Then, when we bend our knees, we're going to reach up and grab for the leg loops as high as we can. I try to get the nub if you can. The nub is a nice hand hold. It's okay if you just hold on, but typically people's hands slide out. Press the feet together, glue the feet together. Lift the hips, lean back. That's our flying monkey. And then bicep curl up to sit on your feet, right? When you bicep curl up to sit, just notice that there's a little space here where you can go in front of the leg loops but still have the swing. Still have the swing. Yes, very good. Thread through. Beautiful. You got it. Keep together. Yep, thread through. You got it. Yeah, so it looks really similar to what we just did, but the leg loops are on, right? And then we can bend the elbows, straighten the arms, and we're hanging by our legs. It's a little bit more comfortable for most people to have the material spread out. That is nice. So much better. You're welcome. Why do we change it the other way? Bunched up is the kind of original way, and then I need everything spread out, you know, so there's more material, so it would be way better. But originally it was bunched up. Okay, so from there, we can reverse it. I call it reversing it, where we're gonna bring one hand down to the front of the mat. I'm gonna reach back and grab for the swing. So from this position, you have to pull yourself up. It's a little tricky. It's kind of like the same with Superfly, where we have to kind of lift and twist and pull. And then from there, we can extend. Yeah, extend out in front of us. Lift and twist. And it has to go over your head. So you can't hold on with both hands. One hand to the front of the mat, lift and twist and pull. Okay, now lean forward. Keep leaning forward. Okay, I'm twisted. Yeah, then untwist it, that's all. Yeah. All right. There you go. Well, go ahead and help her, Lori. Do you mind popping out for a second? Oh, you got it. You got it. Good. Lift your feet and push your hips down more. Lift your feet. Yeah. See how that makes you level? Good. Okay. Now from here, we can just balance. Hold on to the top of the swing before you lean back and get it behind your back, underneath your arms before you lean back. Nice and easy. That is key. Don't lean back until it's underneath your arms. Like you have to actually say that because some people will be holding on by their neck. That's beautiful, Mimi. Good job. And then we extend. Now I want you guys to all hang out here. Maybe do some windshield wipers from side to side. Just chill it. And then I'm going to show you the flip. I'll show you the easy flip and then the more challenging flip, blah, blah, blah. There's a couple different flips here. That's all relative, right? But this is what I've heard. This is the consensus. First we come down. Instead of using the swing, we're just going to use the leg loops. So I have to climb. See how I reach for the nub? I stay arched. I reach for the nub. And then from here, I can kick and flip. Come and the swing goes behind your back. Well, the swing, you have to kind of kick up and over, like the javelin or whichever sport that is. And the Olympics, you have to go up and over. Most people miss the swing, not the end of the world, but you won't land in it then. All right, let's try that one together, see how it goes. So feet together, knees open wide. I will hop out and help you if you need, but let's just try it. Hold on to the nut. Press the hips up, flying monkey. Don't skip steps, really. Important that we learn how to press the hips forward and then bicep curl, because then it's easy, right? It's how we do our flips. We move from the hips. Get the feet glued together. Arms in front. Yeah, don't lose the swing yet. Whoops. One more time. Get it? Yeah. It's easy to lose it. It's not the end of the world because we're going to lose it now, but we want to go through our skydiver, butterfly, right? Then release. Okay, hang for a minute because it feels great. Transitions are part of the poses. From here, now we have to do one hand at a time. So let's just walk our hands to the front of the mat. Front is over here, yep. And then whichever hand feels good. I plant my right hand down and I reach back with my left. I'm reaching back for the top of the leg loop. You have to really grab, stay arched, grab for the other nub. The nub is the top. Mimi, one hand at a time. Yeah, grab for the nub. All the way, that's good. So then grab for the other side, stay arched. So your hands have to go, yeah, wide. And yep, grab for the leg loop. Mm-hmm.
It's hard. Okay.
I'll come help you in a second. So now we're gonna kick. So we have to tuck, bring your hips over your head, and kick your legs. Tuck, tuck. Yeah, bring your head forward. Bring your hips over your head and pull. Yeah, even more. Pull, pull, pull. Yes. Okay. Wait. Okay. So from here, can you grab from the top of the leg loop? Yeah, and the other one. Yes. This one right here. Arch. Say arch. Go, lean forward. Yeah. Arch. Lean forward all the way. Hold on to the top of the leg, just like this. Thumbs up. Nice. Yes. Okay. Now, just let me help you. You're gonna tuck and lift through your core at the same time. This. Yep. Tuck and kick. Yeah. So if you kick just a little bit higher, you go to diamond. That was really good. You're like, you got it, Lori? And pull it. Yeah. There's a lot of things to do where I'll let you go a little back there for you. Put some pressure. I know it's very exhilarating. Very different than the intro. It's so fun. Okay, great. Keep together. You want to try again? You good? Just lean forward. Yeah, arch. Yeah, and then you tuck through your core. And then opposite. Good. You have to kind of like up and over. Oh, you have to stay arched. Yeah, there you go. You got it. So you just have to get up and over, but you did that. That's kind of a little bit more height. You doing good? I did. I broke a hair tie. I got so aggressive. That's so great. Broke a hair tie. It's our new standard. Then you know you're having fun. Okay. Now the next one that's similar to the move that we did before where you had to reach back and grab for the leg loops, I call it the full Nelson in this position. And these are all seriously just for fun. Like, you know, they don't have as much physical benefit as they are just fun to do flips. It is important to engage through the core and get comfortable with your feet going over your head, which is where most people get stuck. They're like, this direction? And I'm like, yeah, the direction you don't want to go, right? So you just have to get comfortable with that movement and hold on. Because it's like a pulling with the arms. There's like an engagement that your upper body is really working. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one with the leg loops bunched up, just for some variety. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna grab for this swing, pull myself up, and then I'm gonna put it on. Nelson is like the swing, and then I'm going to kick and tuck and come to sit. I just bend my knees so I wind up with it up like in a chillaxin, and then behind the back. You guys want to try that one? Okay. It is a little challenging on the neck to come into a full Nelson, right? So if there's any pressure on your C7 joint, just skip it. If you lean forward and pull with your arms, it actually doesn't put any pressure on your neck. It's the same with like our plow pose and actually neck, we're actually more on our shoulders. Okay? So just try that, see if you like it. And then we're gonna move on. So this is the last one. Okay, feet together. Nice deep breaths, right? Want to get centered. Pull ourselves up, flying monkey. Bicep curl, sitting on your feet. Thread through to come in front for skydiver. Yeah. And then lower yourself down. Okay. So same thing where I have to reverse it. Plant one hand in center, reach back and grab for the swing. So I have to pull it overhead. It's a little tricky. You have to kind of rotate it overhead. So from behind, in front, and lift. Yeah, and then get the X out. Now make sure you don't get your hair caught. That was so much fun. That's why I was shaking it out. You get the swing around the neck and under the arms. You have to lean forward the whole time to keep pressure on the swing. You grab and kick, pull, and come to sit. Kick, pull, come to sit. So tuck, Mimi, tuck. Yep, keep going. You got it. Pull.
Mine's not behind my neck, but it's behind my shoulders.
Oh, because that's not the hook. So full Nelson, it's the other way. So around the neck. So get it out in front of you.
Yes.
Fun. Yeah, it is like a swing. On the swing, those are like loops. Keep leaning forward. Yeah, reach up, straight arms. Yep, keep leaning forward. It's easier to grab. Yep, good. And then you tuck and kick all the way around. Tuck and kick. Tuck. Tuck means Your head goes down towards your ground, your hips go towards the sky. You have to tuck into a ball to get your hips up. So your head is too, yeah.
Oh, so close.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Push your head down towards the ground as you pull your hips up. It's actually more just pivot points than effort, but. So you're a great example because could you see how she wasn't tucked into a wall? So her feet wouldn't come up. Can I use your camera? Back into full Nelson. So usually what I do to assist someone is I actually put my hand on their belly, which is like the most vulnerable part of our body, so that they go, oh, you know. So, and I'll just reach up and grab. Keep your head pointing down, and then pull up through your belly. Pull up. It works like a charm. For some reason, people are like, don't touch my belly, and then they flip over. I used to try and lift their hips, and that just didn't work. They were like, okay, you do it. And they would just, you know, get limp. But if they don't mind, I usually tell them beforehand, I'm going to put my hand on their belly. And that just helps them do this.
Yeah, no, it shows you exactly where it needs to come from.
So did you guys remember that we started like this? Where I was like, okay, lift. And you guys like, oh shit, it's that kind of class. That was what we were doing, is we were getting that big tuck, where we pull our knees into our chest, so that way we can do it when we're upside down. Yeah, she's like, I'm going for it one more time. Break a hair tie, girl.
Yeah.
Instead of break a leg. Okay, tuck, pull, yeah, kick. Yes.
Nice.
So fun.
It's better when you do more times to try it.
Yeah, and then we're just using momentum instead of effort. Okay? I would like to turn the air off just because of the noise.
I have a fan running, but it's not air. It's just a circulate.
Yeah, I love it to not be on.
Okay,
Yeah, it just interrupts the sound. Instead it's like on the video. Thank you. Okay, great. Now for our standing inverted splits. Standing to inverted splits. Okie dokie. So we're all just adding on to this one sequence that we're learning from our standing poses. And we're going to use our hand holds for this. And we're going to buddy up for this. So just watch for the first one and then we'll buddy up. Okay? So this is how I normally get my leg up. Right? I just give the swing a little push with my hands and then I lift my leg. But for some reason, that is very hard for 90% of the beginners I work with. So holding on to the leg loops, do that big pull, and then you come up. So from there, what we're going to work on doing is, just watch me for the first one. We're going to get the arches of the feet bunched up in the swing, right? Swing stays bunched up. Then we're going to learn, always look around, what's behind me, right? Then we're going to learn how to press our hips up and come into splits. And then we're going to come back down. So you have to pull, lift, and come to splits. Okay? Now, I'd love, Caroline, for you to be my guinea pig again, if you don't mind. Okay, can you get your foot up there? Let's just start with the right one. Yeah, get it bunched up at the arch of the foot. Bunched up, bunched up. Okay, good. Hold on, wrist drop. Good. Awesome. Okay, great. So pick up your standing leg, both legs straight. Yeah, perfect. So what she's doing, she's done this before. You have to press your hips up to lift the leg. Keep the leg straight, both legs straight the whole time, and then lift one leg. Yep, that's it. So my assist is simply one hand on the sacrum, giving her a little, with momentum. Press, okay? You two pair up? Will you guys pair up? Yeah, do that and then we'll be friends. Okay, great. Come over here, Amy, so I can show the little demo over here. Yeah, just face forward. So what we're doing is we're using our hand holds with a wrist wrap. So, no, here you go. You're on camera, so let's try it. Okay. Give the swing a little push, and then time it to get your leg up there. Yes. Now you get both feet up and bunch it up. It's on the arches of the feet. So, one leg, yeah. Make sure she doesn't come all the way over too. So, so what she needs to stabilize is always right here in the hips. So this is the press to go further, but not too far, so you can hold on as well. Okay? So bunched up. Okay? Go ahead and both feet up. Yep. Press the hips all the way. Press. Awesome. Awesome. And then lift one leg. Not too far, right here, right? Okay, come on down, try the other leg. Good. Yeah. Bunch it up. Lift first. No, lift first. Yes. So bring both feet in first, because you'll notice the lift is a lot easier. Okay. So lift the hips first, lift, and then other leg. Okay. We'll just do both legs by the time we finish. Okay. And then lift. Good. And this is how you would stabilize them, right? If they go too far. If they're like, whoop, you can feel they're going to try to go all the way over. So the lift is first, and then lift it like you kick. Yay! All right. And switch when you guys are ready. Yeah. Good. You're welcome. This makes a huge difference. Doesn't it help to get that? It's like a little platform. You're not going to hold their weight because you don't actually want to strain your wrists. But it's nice to just, even if she has it, I want you to just practice getting that little lift there. Yeah. Because without it, it's almost impossible for people to get their leg up. Yeah, so lift first. We don't want to cheat it. So those legs straight, coming down. So lift, arch, then. So if we lose the arch, you pull it lift up. Yeah, that part is it. Did you both get to go? Don't cheat it. Let it come from your core. Okay. Do you guys feel done with the splits, or would you like to try the next pose? You want to take it a little further? Yeah, it's fun. Everything gets increasingly more difficult with every pose. So if you're like, always back up to the last pose. If you're like, nope, not today. So it looks like this. Okay. Once I get the arch of the foot, I lift. I'm going to bring both legs over the head like a pike. I'm going to dig my toes in there. Very important. And then I can turn it over into soar. Okay? I have to tuck, come back up. So when I say tuck, we go from arch to lifting our hips over our head. Now just pick a leg, either leg. Let that leg come over, and then we can land it in entourage. Okay? If that doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Just come to sit. But ideally, we land in entourage. You have to dig your toes in while you're upside down in a pike in order to come into soar. No toes, no pike. Okay? So let's try it. All right, everyone, just see if you can do it on your own, and then we'll buddy up if you need. Okay, let's just see how it goes. You know, if you're not sure, just come on down, but let's try it. Just pick your strongest leg. Okay, so we start out with the swing bunched up in the arch of the foot. You can watch for one more if you're not sure in one spot. Okay, you're gonna kick all the way up and over, both legs come overhead, dig your toes in, and then you can soar. Should you turn it over? And from there, you're going to pike, pick a leg. That leg goes first, the one with the swing. And you come over. Exciting. I know, everyone's like, wait, what? All right.
It's okay to have it bunched, and then you can
yes,
again.
You have to have it bunched to get the kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have it bunched, the kick doesn't go as well. Now pike. Yep. Dig your toes in. Come all the way over to a pike, and then you can soar. Tuck, 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 tuck. Nope. So pike is when you tuck. Yeah, like that. Oops. Okay. So hips towards the sky, head towards the ground, legs in an L shape. Okay, that's the pike. Did it happen? Okay. Oh, great. I'm sorry. And then the leg and the swing goes, or both. That's fine.
Yeah.
Want to try it one more time? Yes. Okay. Just take it nice and slow, one step at a time. Lift the hips all the way. Lift the hips, yes. And then both hips towards the sky. So you have to pike. Pike is an L down with the legs. And then dig your toes in.
Okay, but I'm not really in the right space.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's when the flip gets easy because you're like, oh, my way of getting out is really one good choice. There's
I
other
can do
choices.
this.
Yeah.
It's saving. It's
urgent
to do what you don't think your brain thinks you should do.
Okay, and you can see that is way harder, right? If we can just get something into our inverted splits, we're happy. Otherwise, we go into a pike. Does everybody know what a pike is? Pike looks like this on the ground. See, this is why we practice. I like my wrist wrap, so I use that all the time like this. Okay, but when you're in the air, it's like super scary. So we practice on the ground. Let's all come down. You can face me. Just use whatever strap you like. And try getting your hips towards the sky while you let your legs come overhead. But notice that my face is like super close to my knees. Okay? That was the part that was missing for a lot of you guys. So you have to get, like, tuck in like a little pancake. Okay? So kick back, start out in the center of the mat. Or again, pull your hips forward, that's better. A little bit easier. So don't cheat it, because you cannot cheat it in the air. I want you to find that core activation, okay? Yeah. So that means you might just roll a few times, but I want you to squeeze your legs together and straight and practice pulling them overhead with your arms, okay? So you get the lift through your core, like a plow, okay? It's really, Mimi, don't cheat it. I'm gonna okay. Let's learn how to do it in our lab. You have to lean back more to pull. Okay? Yeah, you're like, let me try this way. Yeah. If you scoot your hips to the front of the mat, Healy, it's a little bit easier. Oh, sure. So wrist wrap number 1 is you have it on the top of the wrist, and then you grab, but you have to keep tension on it the whole time, and then you can lift and pull. Now, I call it like a boxer wrap, where I'm actually exiting and grabbing. So I exit over my wrist and then grab it, and then I can actually get a better hook. It's a little challenging for most people, but the X for me works better.
The X is better for me because my hands
Yes.
are small.
I'm not getting it.
Yes.
Is it, where do I grab?
Yeah, right up. Yeah. Yes.
Let's do it together. Okay. You get your hand in there, okay? You take the one that's closest to you, you wrap it around your wrist, and then you grab it. Nope, yeah.
Grab the other one.
No, she had it. But the thing is you have to lock it in. If you don't lock it in by keeping tension, you have to pull it down like the entire time. You see how hot my leg loop is? If you don't keep tension on it, it's gonna come right off. It's like a lock, like I was saying, like with the leg loops on the shoulders. You can't let them get loose. You have to keep tension on them. And that tension is what allows it to lock and stay. Okay? So just practice that a few times on the flow. You have to lean back more. Your head has to come all the way back. I know. It's actually a little bit harder because you have to pull more with that one.
My thing is really high too. Is that an excuse?
No. Okay. And then roll down. Okay, lean back. Lift your hips. So you're trying to lift your feet towards the sky and it's over the head. Just like a plow. Everybody plows on the floor without the leg lifts in their hands? Just try it. I know I sound sarcastic, but I really did. Just try it. So what I do is I push my hands into the ground to lift my hips and roll down. Now try to do it without your hands. See how hard that is? That's what we're doing with this swing. Can you feel that guttural, deep? Yeah, that's it. Very good. Those same muscles we're gonna have to use to get our hips up. Does everybody get the movement? Yeah. Cool.
But yesterday, I had tried to teach it and I realized she can't. She just didn't know block from the floor.
Yeah.
This wasn't in her body.
Yeah,
So
totally. That's why I have people come down to try it, because usually they're bringing their legs towards the sky. And that is a shoulder stand, right, in yoga. Much harder than a plow. When plow is like you just roll over. It's a wheel, okay? That's the lab version. Really good, guys. Okay, so I wanted to actually come into, do I have any requests, by the way? For anybody who's been practicing with some of the acrobatics. I wanted to come into the Black Swan sequence and we're just gonna totally mix it up. Okay. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to do here. If you're up for a little bit more strengthening. Okay. So we're gonna come, a few different options from our standing sequence. Supta Baddha, inverted splits, Let's just say that's not happening for your class, right? But you want to know where to go, showing you guys options. Let's come back here to our wrist wraps. Let's start with our left leg, pick it up. Come on into the swing. Standing at the back of the mat, get your leg up there. Yeah. Just practice it a couple times. Come all the way down to sit. Bicep curl, lift from the heart. Yeah, nice. So fun too. It's like magic. Okay. Then we're gonna switch to hand holds, wrist wrap, smooth jazz, to come through the nataraj. Okay, so we bend the standing leg, bend both knees, get the top of the foot on the inside of the top of the foot. Landed in the center of the mat. Okay, so bend the standing leg, that's the top leg, bend the standing leg and hang. Yeah, bend both knees, let the swing slide into the knee. No, bend both knees, yeah, and then the other knee goes through center. No. Bend both knees, let the right knee go through center, pick it up, through center. Nope, that's the foot, get the top of the foot in the swing. Get the top of the foot in the swing, top.
This one?
See where my foot is? See the top of the foot?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
this?
swing, and then knee through center. Step through. First time is tricky. Trust me, all the other natarajas are way harder. Okay. So looks like this. Just wanted you to follow the verbal cues. Okay. Just jump back. Try it again, everybody. Reverse it. I know. Reverse it, just like that. So easy. Can we all start with the left leg forward? You're not there? I have a lot of trouble saying the teachings backwards, especially if half the legs are in one direction. I'm like trying to think, I'm like, it's mine left, it's just the right. Okay, so we bend the standing leg. Bend the standing leg, bend both knees, come through center, top of the foot. There you go.
So you want the right
Top of the foot.
there.
Yeah, and then step. Yeah. Good. All right. So in nataraj, we can slide to the leg loops, our hands, especially if we were there for a while, would be a little sore. And then we can come through boat, which is really nice, warrior three. Okay, we can do a little push-ups here, have some fun with it. Put them on like a backpack, big from side to side. Super easy, right? So I call it a foot lock, so just watch for the first one, okay? I'm gonna pull my hands down towards the ground. I'm gonna press my foot into the swing and create a little lock, right? So the swing's kind of wedged in between, and then you can lift your hips towards the sky, right? Just try the foot lock. Put your hands down towards the ground, press your left foot into the swing, right next to your right, and then lift your hips towards the sky. It's just kind of fun, right? You can do a little lock there. Beautiful. If you have better balance, you can lift. If I dig off, don't mind me. You can lift your left leg towards the sky and come to a version of splits, but only if you feel like you have balance. Okay? One leg goes towards the sky, the other one presses down. You're on the top of the foot. Awesome. Okay. From there, we're going to bring both hands down, get both feet up, and we're just going to come into like a version of rowing. We're in a push-up, a plank position, and then we're pulling the knees towards the chest. Beautiful. Hands to the ground. Yeah. One foot down makes it easier. Then we can do the same thing where we kind of tuck, lift, hips over the head, or we can try one foot towards the sky, plank, other foot towards the sky, one leg at a time to practice handstands, right? We're gonna do lots of handstands today. Beautiful, guys. So it's like having an assistant, but don't go too far. Good. Okay, great. When you're ready to come down, just stand in the center of the mat. Forward fold. So, take a little break. I'm just going to show you for today, because I don't normally do a lot of chaturangas and all that stuff in a normal class. It's just not my thing, but it's some people's things. So since, you know, everyone loves the vinyasa, blah, 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 I'll just show you. This is how we would do it. So from here, we would come down. You can do bent knees, push-ups like that, or straight legs, push-ups really hard. And then you can come forward and go up, and come forward and go up, and just practice that pulling up through the core. And then you can actually land it in a version of like a pigeon and come back up. So up. It's not easy, but you guys can try it if you want to take a few minutes to do all the different versions. If you're not sure, bend the knees, okay? And do your push-ups like that. Just try it. Okay, just take a 3-minute lap on your own. Coming forward and going up. Push-ups with either bent knees or straight legs. Yeah. Or take a rest. Yeah. Super hard. Good. So just keep in mind you have like another half hour. So only use like 20% of your energy. Save a little bit for the rest, because we're still going to do flips and jedi kicks and all kinds of cool tricks. Right underneath the shoulders. It's a little too wide. Okay? Awesome. Yeah. 2 more minutes, or 1 more minute. Okay, great. And then just come on up into a forward fold, and we're going to stand at the back of our swing and practice some handstands. Is everybody having fun? Yes. Nice strong practice. Music's working. So we have several handstands that we do in our practice, all from our forward folds. So that was a nice prep to really build the strength to stack the bones. We go way more into a beginner class about stacking the bones and how to, like, you know, get all the pivot points happening so that we're playing safely. But in handstands, there's a few different options. So from our forward fold, I'm going to go right to the back of the mat and press up. And when I press up, I can practice my wide straddle. Toe touch, come back up into a wheelie if you want to try the wheelie. It's just more challenging. If that is too much, then we're going to come into a floating plank, hook the feet, stay at the front of the mat, and practice tucking like we just did. Okay? So there's the front of the mat, there's the center of the mat, which you can practice pushing up and do some handstand push-ups. I usually call it like a star, right? Because your legs are going to be wide to keep the hook, but you're going to be straight up and down. Or you can practice swinging to the back of the mat and press all the way around for the wheelie, wide straddle, tuck. Now, doing that at the front of the mat or the center of the mat is much more challenging. Back of the mat is easier, hint. So, when you guys just walk around the edges for me, just for the video. Super helpful. Awesome. Okay, so let's start in a forward fold. Feet stand in the center of the mat. Press the swing down, nice and strong. And this is part of our like swinging sequence that you can just pick up your feet and land it at the back of the mat. Now, if that doesn't go well, just walk yourself back. Try a wide straddle. Okay. And then from there, see if you can come up and around for a wheelie, which is very challenging, or just come around for some toe touches, but play with it. Arms stay straight in handstands. Straight. Don't ever bend your elbows, because then it's no longer a handstand. And then just try playing with it. We're gonna have a couple moments to play. Wide straddle with the hands, with the legs. Wide. They're not wide, that's what happens. Wide straddle down. Wide straddle. Yeah. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Just keep your legs as they are. Keep going, keep going. Good. Wide and down. Yeah. Perfect. And then swim forward and back. Yeah. If you press back strongly the whole time, then you keep tension wide. Yeah. If you bring your legs together, you'll slide out. So just from there. Keep your hands where they are. Bring your legs down. Wide straddle, handstand, down, like tuck. Straight arms, yeah. Now toes together. Yep. And then bring them up wide again. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. As long as the legs are wide, we're good. Now, the wheelie, big back bend. That's it. Yep. Straight legs, straight toes touch. Yes, that's it. And then you have to bring them wide and down to make sure you don't lose the swing. Yes. Very challenging, but fun. Okay. So I'll just play with that for another minute or so. Or are there any other handstands you want to practice? You good?
No, I've never been able to do this one before.
Good. Wide, yes, beautiful. Such a cool pose. And then of course from the back of the mat, from our wide straddle, we can do our swag. So you can bring your legs from side to side and practice a one-handed handstand. Just try it. If you go all the way around and do a loop-de-loop, it's no big deal. Just come on back around. Just try your balance. Wide with the legs, wide and heavy, so that you can counterbalance. You know, find your edge, right? Be willing to play with the edges. You're not going to really fall. You're just going to loop-de-loop. We should have plenty of space. It's really fun to come into the swagger. These are more like breakdancing moves, right? For those that are hitting the streets later. Busting out the cardboard. Yeah. Woo. Try doing a loop-de-loop. It's actually really fun. Allow yourself to go far enough that you spin around. So swag all the way to straight arms. Yeah. There you go. And then you just oh. Good job. Yeah, just keep the arms straight if you can. And then one more. It is very fun. Excellent. All right, so we're going to pull the energy back in. I know this has been very exciting. I want to go over Black Swan with the sit and spin, and then if we have enough time, we're going to get into our Jedi kicks and side spins. So let's work on some spins now. We got to get our handstands in. Okay, so the beginning of the Black Swan sequence is super cool because it is actually our yoga translations #2 practice, our forward folds. So we start the same way, where we come feet in the center of the mat, and we come on down. Okay, slide, you guys can do it with me. Slide forward into a down dog, and just wag your tail. So the idea is to keep our feet in the center of the mat, our hands come all the way forward. See how much forward? All the way. Walk your feet, center of the mat. There you go. Then you can ground down better, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly. Yeah. Super important if we're going to come into standing splits. So now, when we come into our one-legged dog, let's lift the right leg up. And then outer foot catches the swing. So go outside in. Outer is the other one. So out, like wide. Yes, there we go. And then we can straighten the leg towards the sky. Yep, you have the hook, and then straighten the leg. Good. Now, I'm just gonna hang. So first we have to ground through the left foot like a lot. Really ground that foot. So hop it forward if you need to ground it more. It's a big stretch. Straighten the top leg if you can. Yeah. And then drop the elbows, so you're actually letting your full body weight hang in the swing. First version. And then go ahead and plant your left hand down, your right arm reaches towards the sky. Straight arms the whole time now. And left foot stays planted, or at least touching. Yeah. Okay, so right hand reaches behind you, right? So reach for the opposite side of the swing when you think. Yeah. So just walk your foot forward, Mimi, and it'll stay planted. Walk your foot forward. Hop it forward. Yeah. Okay. Now, if I turn my left toes out to the left, I swing out to 90 degrees, which is now a half moon. So hop your left foot right underneath your hip. So hop your foot over, lowering a little bit more underneath your hip. There you go. So we're just stacking into a half moon. Now slide your hand up as high as you can. Okay? So you can kind of float. Isn't that nice? A little bit higher. Slide up. Yeah, both legs stay straight. Hop your foot over to the left a little bit more so you're underneath here. Yes, there you go. Okay, now if you can climb. So my left hand reaches up and grabs for the swing. Sorry, I started some fashion pitching. Yes, it's okay. Come back into it when you're ready. Right hand grabs for the handhold. Just grab for the handhold with your right hand if you want to climb up. I usually just do this. So here, I just reach up. Okay, but that's really hard for most people because you have to get your obliques working, and until then you can just climb. Okay, so your hand reaches over, you can come up. Okay, good. Once we have a nice wrist wrap, so you're going to reach up, grab for the swing, straight legs, both legs straight, and then go ahead and climb up and grab for the handhold with the right hand. Is it still pinching? Yeah, just watch for this one. So then I can pick up my standing leg and bend the knee. This is our black swan number 1. Knee points down towards the ground, foot goes towards the inner thigh. And then I can turn it over for Nataraj, where I roll my belly down towards the ground, bending the right knee. I can hold on with both hands. Such a good stretch. Okay, you just have to get it into the sweet spot. There's a spot that'll be better than the other, but I have felt that pinch before, so I know what you mean. So yeah, so then we just meet in half moon after Nataraj. So you have to do it one step at a time, yeah, and then slide up. Okay, go for the handhold with the right hand. Yes. Yeah, and then roll your belly down towards the ground and reach up with both hands now. There you go. You can grab the handhold with both hands and lift your head. You don't want your head to hang like that, yeah, because that'll pull on the shoulders. So lift your head, your ears go above your biceps, yeah. Good. Now come back to half moon. Keep holding on with the right hand. Okay. So left foot floats. When I turn my belly towards the sky, I have to straighten that leg. Yeah. Turn my belly towards the sky and I kick up for a hammock. Arch and open. Yeah, belly towards the sky. Yeah. Now my free hand, my left hand reaches up for the top of the swing. This is when it gets really fun. Top of the swing. Okay, so watch me first, okay? I have to bicep curl and lift, and then I can spin through center. But keep the bicep curl, and you'll spin all the way around. So come on out. Sit and spin. Yep, keep the bicep curl next time. Bicep curl, yes. Yeah. If you really want to spin out, keep tucked in. That's cool. It's so fun. I know it's worth it. It's worth it, I promise. So let me show you that one. So this one we did in the beginning, where I said, hop up and lift. So this was our prep to be able to get that lift, and then, okay, second side. Catch your breath, so fun. So a little bit faster, pushing the swing down to the legs, forward fold. Hang for a breath, then come into down dog. Stretch it out. Inhale, lift the left leg up, arch and open. So foot hooks outside in. and then you can straighten it towards the sky. Yes. So from there, standing split twist, well, let's actually hang. So you might need to hop your right foot forward a little bit more to hang, but you bend your elbows and just let your body stretch. If you're not stretched out, then you'll feel really bunched up when we try to get into the other poses. So really stretch it out first. Straighten the top leg all the way. Yeah. Good. Yeah, if you want to get fancy, you can clasp your hands behind your back and pull them over your head to get a deeper stretch. So that's a more advanced version. So there's lots of variations you can do here to try to find your balance. Then we're going to plant the right hand down, left arm towards the sky. It really helps when both legs are straight. Even if you think you can't straighten it even more. Because when it's bent, we kind of crunch in through the center where we need to be extended. Reach for the back edge of the swing. It should be right there by your hand. Yeah. Now if you turn your toes to the right, you'll spin out into a half moon. It's so fun. And now stay stacked. So you might need to hop your right foot over to the right a little bit more to stay stacked. Yes. Okay, slide up as high as you can. Belly is facing me. I like to use the belly as a cue. Because if your belly's facing down, you can't get the lift. So you're stacking your shoulders. Yeah, even more. Stack your shoulders. Yes, that's it. Now, see if you can grab for the handhold. You can climb up with your right hand grabs for the swing. Yeah, and then your left hand grabs for the handhold. And then I want you to come down and try that, just using your Euro oblique. Grab for the handhold. Come on back down now that you have it. It's like, what? Just got there. Just use your obliques to lift. Yes. Okay. Stay open. So keep your belly that way. Yeah. Stay open. So try it again. Or not. All right. Black swan number 1. Just pick up your right foot, bend the knee. Yeah, wrist wrap is helpful. Stay open, right? So that means the belly is long, arched. Good. Plant that foot down. Roll your belly down towards the ground. That means the left knee is going to bend. You can reach up and grab for the handhold with both hands. Roll your belly down towards the ground. A bit more. Yeah. Awesome. And then we can pick up the standing leg again. Let the bottom of the foot move towards the quad. Beautiful. You can see all kinds of poses could happen from here. But we wanted to do sit and spin. So we plant the foot, come back through half moon. Right? That's the shape. Right? And now we're going to roll our belly towards the sky. Grab through the top of the swing. Try the swing. So one hand's in the handhold, the other hand grabs the swing. Top of the swing, yeah. It's better. It's kind of a nice grip. I'm going to kick my right leg up and cross for version of hammock. And then if you want to go deeper, I'm going to push my right foot into the swing and arch even more. That's like a bigger, yeah, beautiful. Okay, so cross the ankles. So we bicep curl, keep the biceps, spin through center, stay lifted. Woo! I'm going to have a big swing. So fun. Okay, does anybody want to just try the spin again without having to do all that? Okay, yeah. Good. Okay. So we just have to get our foot up there, right? So if we were going to go in a little bit faster, I would just hook, come like this, right? Try that. You're like, what? Just hook, twist.
It's like a bunch of connected Fibonacci spirals.
Free energy.
Like you totally have figured out how to move those.
Sacred J, baby.
And
the whole game. Everything else is just build up for that. So, right? So you hook the foot, straighten, coming up to the side. All you're looking for is the hand hold. Right? Top of the swing. Just pick your favorite side. Okay? So right now the belly's facing the sky. You kick up, you bicep curl, and go right through. Yes, that's it. Yes, bicep curl. Yeah. So if this hand was holding the top, it'd be a little bit easier.
Okay, a little bit more spirally.
Yeah. That's it, Mimi. Yes. And you can even spin with your feet on the ground. So we try to get as much air as possible in that one. That's great.
Oh my God,
I know.
somebody.
You're gonna be so sore. We're doing great.
I love you too.
Okay, 10 minutes. Then a long Shavasana, so you've earned it. So one of the things we just did there was a side spin, and I kind of skipped it to see how you guys would do. Now we're gonna go back and like chew on it with like dissections. And we use the side spins for a lot of different things, and we're gonna do this with training wheels. So we're gonna do the easy one, and then we're gonna do the more complicated one. So just pick whichever one you like. So from standing facing you, I'm gonna push the swing down to the hips, okay? When I lean back, I'm just gonna wrap one leg around. Just watch for this one. I'm gonna come to stand in the center of the mat and roll my belly down towards the ground. So just use the belly as a way of squaring the hips, you know? It's where your belly goes, that's where the energy is flowing. So when I extend, I have a nice horizontal axis that I'm gonna spin on. Hold on to your leg loop at the top for the first training wheel. My bottom leg is gonna come behind me, up and over my head and land, okay? Once you get the momentum, it's literally effortless. Until then, we have to learn the pivot points, okay? Let me show you one more time before you do. I extend my leg, I roll my belly towards the ground. So it's a face plant, right? It's forward, it's not back, everyone goes back. So you can hold on, okay? When you lean forward, pick up your standing leg. If you keep your horizontal axes, that foot will just spin through the vertical axes, right? So it's actually how electromagnetics work. Exciting experiment in free energy, because that's exactly what it is. So let's start with the right leg hooked, okay? So I'm gonna push the swing down, so it's across my hips. Come to sit, walk my feet to the front of the mat. My right leg goes wide and around, outside in. And then I come to stand, the center of the mat. So I immediately want my right leg to be level with the earth. And then I roll my belly down towards the ground. This is key. So my toes are pointing towards the door. Good, okay. Then I have a free hand for my training wheel. So I'm holding onto the swing, my left, I'm holding onto the training wheel to my right. Now the head has to go level with the earth. So get that long line of energy. Yes. Now once I'm here, I can pick up my standing leg, my belly keeps rolling down, the leg goes back through center, and then I come to sit. Back through center, come to sit. Just keep leaning forward, or else that happens. Yes, and then come to sit, that's it.
A little forward, not back.
Forward, face plant. Through center, yes.
Oh, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, you went back instead of forward, it's okay.
No.
Okay, let's try it again.
You go.
You forward. Okay. So come on out, let's try the other leg. You can try it one more time, Healy, go ahead. Forward, towards the ground, pick your leg up,
Yeah.
spin it through center, up, and around. Just the one. Okay? Yeah, the brain's like, I've never done this before, so we don't have circuitry for it. You can just hop through. Doing all that, hop through.
Yes.
Okay. I'm the teacher though, so okay. It looks way more graceful.
Yes.
Well then, if we get stuck here, right, just hop through and come to sit, because it looks like now we're having fun instead of, you know, hearing all that.
Would be like Lucy Ricardo.
I love her though. I love Lucy. Okay, yes, leg goes up towards the sky, up. Nope, just the one. So you have to keep your axes and spin on it. You're like, okay. Yeah. All right, so legs stay like this the whole time. Do you understand? So this one goes through center and around through here. The other one stays this way, okay? So this one stays here, it doesn't lift. Go ahead and spin this one through center. And you keep the L shape and then come through.
So do I want to go that
No, face plant forward and through center, lift. Yes. So just keep that level and then the leg naturally lifts. As soon as your head comes up, your foot comes down. Your head comes down, your foot comes up, right? Mm-hmm. Keep, no, that's back. Face plant. Yes, through center. Did you feel more momentum that time? Yeah, much easier. Let's try the other side. Yes, it becomes effortless once we use the momentum, right? It's okay. The swing wasn't quite on right, too. There was something a little fishy there. Yeah, it did that. So let's try it together. Let's pick the left leg. This one. Okay? Let's break it down because this will be really helpful for us to, I think we can actually do Jedi kicks today. Okay. First, get the extension, right? So we don't want this leg to move. We want this leg and this leg to stay in an L shape. So we keep the shape, right? Keep rolling your belly towards the ground. Now, try it without the training wheels if you feel like you got it down. Otherwise, training wheels is that one forward. Yeah. Okay. Lean forward, leg spins through center. Yeah, keep leaning forward. So your head is coming up, just keep your head level with the earth. Yeah, keep leaning forward. That's it, Mimi. Keep leaning forward. Yeah, if all goes well, your leg has this beautiful sweep through the vertical plane, and it like fits perfectly. If it winds up over here, kicking the swing, it's no big deal. Just work on getting the lines. The lines look really pretty, right? One more time, right side. Okay, long lines of energy. Belly rolls down towards the ground, lean forward, pick that leg up, and spins through center. Lean forward, lean forward. Lean forward. See how your head wants to lift?
So hard.
If you crunch, can I come help you? Yeah. Okay, let's wrap the right leg around. So come forward so you're right under the gas there. Okay, good. Okay, now turn your belly forward. Good, yeah. So you can hold on with both hands, it's perfect. So keep leaning forward, this leg stays long. Now just pick up this leg and spin it through center. Yeah, so keep leaning forward. That was it. Just lean forward a little bit more. You're crunching. It's standard, right? Protect your face. Don't do a face plant, so most people aren't going to be like that. So yeah, just trust leaning forward even more. Just even if it feels uncomfortable, just keep leaning into it, and then you realize that you'll just spin. Yeah, these are going to be hard. This is like the end of the play shop. Okay. Yeah, lean forward even more. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, holding lower will help. And then just if you lean forward, your leg will lift. Yeah, that's better. Kind of feel it. Just instead of crunching, arch the whole time. Yeah, and hands down a little bit more. Yeah, so Lori, slide your hands down a little bit more so you don't pull the top of the swing. Okay. Anyhow, let's try the high flyer into Jedi kicks, and next time we do an advanced workshop, we'll focus more on the high flyers. So high flyers look like this. So I'm going to get the swing nice and low across the hips. Just watch the demo. I wrap both legs around, and then I hook my feet and straighten. This is really important. You straighten the legs. You do a big sit-up, grab for your ankles. Legs stay straight, so I get this pivot point, right? So most people do this, and then try to just, it kind of drives me nuts. So try to just do that part correctly. We're gonna learn how to do big sit-up, grab for the ankles, lift. It's so nice, very easy. Then we're just gonna do one handle at a time. Okay, so same thing. Face plant, spin the leg, grab, and then spin again. Cool, okay? So Jedi kicks are like, so fun. Let me do it in slow motion, which is really hard to do. We're gonna get the spin out of the swing and get all situated, it's entangled. One more time, and we might buddy up for this, okay? So we have a spotter. Legs widening around, hook the feet, big sit up. I want you to just practice doing the high flyer. This is what we call high flyers first. Then once we get there, wrist wrap, lean forward, spin. That goes through center. Make sure you grab the swing. If you don't, you'll just come out. It's not a big deal. And then once again, I have to spin forward and then around and sit. So let's buddy up, buddy up. Let's just try doing our high flyer. Okay. so go ahead and I'll talk you through it. Lauren knows what to do, but let's all do it together. Let's do it all together. Let's get the swing down nice and low across the lower back. Then lean back. Legs go wide and around, hook the feet, and then straighten the legs towards the sky. Legs straight. Legs straight. All right? Big sit up, grab for the ankles. Keep the legs straight the whole time. Mimi, come on back down and try it again. All right? Now from here, you push your hips forward while you bicep curl and straighten the legs. Just rotate at the hips. So come on down, try it one more time. Instead of the head, I want you to focus on the hips, just lean back. Hold on to the swing, it'll be a little bit easier. Straight legs the whole time. Hold on to the swing. So big sit up from ground. Right, so come on down. Come on down. Yeah, so use your momentum. Big sit up, ground for the ankles. So keep your head in line with your body and push your hips forward. Legs go wide, push the hips. Head back. Can you see what I'm saying? Try it one more time. I'm gonna go home and take a really long nap. Did you feel it?
Yes.
Did you feel it? Okay. Let me see you do it again. No. Yep. So holding on to the swing. Big sit up, grab for the ankles. Straight legs, lift from your hips, not your head. From your hips, crush your hips. Bring your head with you, yes. So it's like one movement. Okay, listen. Okay.
So for this way?
Yes. So this is the spot. I come here and just make sure she comes down, leg goes through center. Grab for the swing. This leg stays heavy. Cool. Now go ahead and just regroup, right? Because now you're in a side spin. So this count, let's go. Come towards me. See how you want to come back towards me and spin the leg through center. Bottom leg goes through center. That way. Come towards me. Bottom leg goes through center. Pick up and spin. Yeah. See how everyone gets stuck in that spot? They're like, are you sure? Nobody wants to do a face plant. All right, just pick a hand. Okay. Well, you don't have to hold on to that face. This is the spot I do. Come on forward. No, one hand. I just hold on to the shoulder. That's it. Leg goes through center, grab the swing. Nope, the other side. So just let yourself float and it'll be natural. Okay. Like let yourself float. Pick up your bottom leg. Okay. Yeah, there you go. So you don't hold at the top, just hold wherever it's comfortable. Yes. Now you're in a side spin. So you can plant your foot down if you need to practice. Okay. Go ahead. And now it looks just like the side spin. Release this one. Come forward. And then rotate again. Through center. Good. Now when we do that fast, it's really easy to miss a hook or kind of, freak out. Did you need to practice that one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and practice one more time. We'll just talk you through it. You ready to try it again? Yeah. Everybody go ahead and try it again. I'll be your spot, okay, Mimi?
Yes.
If you guys need to watch one more time, then let's watch here. But don't skip any steps. Yeah, so bicep curl, press the hips, lift. Yeah. So make sure you don't leave your head behind either, right? Hold on a straight leg. Straight legs, straight legs. Big sit up, straight legs. Yeah. Big sit up, grab for your ankles. Yeah, just grab for the swing, leg walk. So not your head, just your hips. Okay? Legs straight and legs.
Yeah, you can just dive.
Yeah, straight legs.
Do it as straight.
So you're not bad to the swing, right? Release them. Okay, hold on to a wrist strap. Hold on to the swing.
Not
Yeah, right?
the foot.
Yes. Now you can just. Awesome. You're doing great. So now you come forward. I'm just going to help you down. Hi. Come on down. Yeah. I'd like to see your center. Legs stay straight. Legs stay straight. Because you can keep your mind set. Okay. Hold on to the swing when you come down. Yes. And now you have to spin through center, remember?
Oh, yeah.
This side. This side. Yes. Belly towards the ground and spin straight legs.
So my
Yeah. If you bend the knees, you lose the pose. Big sit up. Can you come down, Carly? We'll just watch for one more, because then we're going to get to practice again. Sure. Okay. And this will be our last couple minutes. And we'll be done for today. This has been really great, guys. I'm going to just check on the music, although it doesn't really matter. Let's see what happened. I'm able to connect. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to do it fast again so you can see the lines of energy. Now, the pose is fancy and it's a great party trick, but I don't care about that. That's why I don't really teach acrobatics as like a living. I'd rather teach you the physics of the body and the pivot points because then everything is easy. Like moving through the world is easier once you get that power back in the body. So I want you to just notice the lines of energy when I move through this practice, and that's what I want you to focus on in this last one. I don't care if you do the flips. Of course, when you get the lines of energy, you can do the flips, but let's focus on the lines first and then the flips will come. So it looks like this. Legs go wide and around, straight, big setup, and my legs stay straight the whole time. That really is the key. And my power is from my hips. So I really don't want to just lift with my head and do this thing. It doesn't work. What works is keeping my head in line with my body and rotating my pelvis. Okay? Awesome. Okay. Once I'm here, when I grab for the wrist, look at my legs the whole time. Nice long lines of energy, right? No bend in the knees. And then I can come down. So it goes through center, through center. You have to hold on to the swing. So let me show you the grab one more time, because if you miss the grab, it's not a big deal, because you're just going to come out and be like, oh my God, what happened? Yeah, trust me. Everyone's like, I don't understand what happened. It's like, well, you missed the grab. So grab. Do you see how it's right there? Yeah. Okay, so we are monkeys, so just remember to grab. And then the tough part is letting go, because everyone's like, okay, now what? And they try to go back, right? And if you go back, you can just do like a half lotus, which is very pretty, and be like, oh, the wrong way. And then you can just spin forward, you know, and kind of play it off. Not like you're gonna go home and do the party tricks, but just in case if you forget. So I want you to think long lines of energy, and I want you to think grab, and then just remember to face plant, which means roll forward. So everybody's gonna go back. All right, I'm just gonna watch and spot. Everybody, try it again. It's our last time.
Right here, like right in the.
Can everybody do it on their own?
Yeah, or maybe not.
Can you guys do it on your own? Yeah, I think you can. Let's just try it, and I'll be here to spot. Okay? And maybe try it once on each side, since we have two hands. There you go, that was better. Yeah. So just even that one part, Amy, I would suggest at home, just go back and then try it again. Go back and try it again, just until you get that pivot point, because the rest will be easy. So lift from the hips, that's the head. So go back and try it again until that's easy. So I wanna lift the hips, the pelvis, just press the pelvis forward, keep the head back. You're lifting with your head, and that's why it's not working. So what you're gonna do is keep the legs straight and rock your pelvis down towards the ground, just the pelvis. Yeah.
Pelvis down to the ground, like hinging.
Yeah, wrist strap. So lift the pelvis towards the ground. So legs go wide, just keep your head where you are, and then press them down, press them down. Down is this way. Yes. Up. That. You feel that?
So much.
Yeah. Just. So that power comes from here. Yeah. It does make a big difference. It's going to be like, because you'll do 100 of these in the advanced straight. Straight legs, straight legs. Keep the long lines of energy. The head is lean forward. Leg goes straight legs through center. And then grab. Through center, grab. Straight legs. Straight legs. Yeah. And then through center. Straight legs. Yes. Straight legs. Yes, it's okay. Straight legs. Good. And then lean forward.
Oh, okay.
Release this hand. This is what the tap means. And then straight legs through center. If you keep the legs straight, I know I'm sounding so redundant, it makes a huge difference, because then you can feel the lines of energy. That's why we did it on the ground first. As soon as you bend the knee, you've lost it. You've collapsed through the center. Okay? Hips in. Keep them straight and then wide. Press them down. Press wide. Yeah. And yeah, don't use your head, because as soon as you lose your head, you collapse through your core. So just press the feet down. Yes, straight legs. As soon as you bend the knees, you've lost it, right? So see these long lines of energy? You have to keep them the whole time to get the spin. Because it's an axis, like your car has an axis in the middle like a straw. You just think of it, that's how the tires go around. Straight lines. Yeah, that was beautiful. Straight lines. This one too. Straight. Long lines of energy. And then spin. Straight, straight, straight. Yes. Gets easier with time. That was beautiful, guys. Yeah. So that's pretty advanced, you know? We do some other flips and tricks in our advanced practice, but because you haven't done the AYP plus, you know, the advanced, then this is what you have to look forward to. It does get easier and easier. Does anybody else, before we bring it down and do a nice long Shavasana, does anybody else have any questions or want another spot? Does everybody feel like they got it? Close enough? There are lots of videos you can try, but it's good to have this mirror because, you know, the lines, those pivot points, call them lines, but they're pivot points, they're the first thing that go, right, when we try something new. Really, we don't even want to do flips if we don't have the lines of energy, right? Just stick to those. The first line of energy, just to be really redundant, but super important, starts here, you know? So if the legs aren't straight here, then you can't do the big sit-up. So I'm bending at my hip flexor.
Straight wide. Show me where your hips go.
Okay. See how easy that is?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not really using my hands, I'm just guiding. It's all coming from the tilt of the pelvis, which is the same with the pike. When I do my pike, it's coming from my pelvis. Okay? It makes life a lot easier. Then spins are effortless. Okay? It's gonna take some time. You gotta start with those long lines of energy, and then that moves through the entire pose. Yeah, so
Not perfect,
better. We just keep the lines, because even if you effort up there, that's why I say it doesn't work. You have to really keep the lines. Yeah. And let it come from the hips. Nice, and just press the feet down. That's it. So that. Yeah, that's it.
Head back. Head comes last.
Head comes in line with the body. Yeah. Good. Okay. Let's bring the music down. Let's bring the energy down. That was amazing. What a fun workshop. I'm actually way better at teaching advanced students than I am at beginner students. So for me, this is like so fun. I don't mind doing the intros and stuff, but like we really want to feel the progression. Wasn't this super fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you feel like you can do way more. Then, you know, I love the chillaxin and sumo and all that, and that's what I teach literally all day long because people come in with injury or illness and all that stuff. Once you're in your body, you really want to fly, right? It feels so energizing and strong. So now we get to bring it down to our cocoon, and we've earned it. Right? And any sort of like final relaxation, like stretches, I want you to just do them in the womb. Right? So find the swing.
Like down, is that okay?
I'll take care of it. Yeah, let me wait until I pause the video because otherwise it's messing it up for those that are practicing with us. Okay, so we spread everything out. Make sure you can stretch the swing all the way to the knees, and then there's enough material to go over the back of the head. It's really important to get it all set up first because you don't want to pop out the back or fall out the front, right? So spread it out. Should feel really good. Let's extend our legs today. Viparita is an option where you can just bring the legs up the sides if you feel like you want to drain the energy out of the lower body. Otherwise, get the leg loops on. That looks like covering the toes, covering the feet, hooking the heel, and stretching it to the back of the knee. Put the feet in there. And then you can give yourself a big hug, wrap your arms over your chest, let your arms extend overhead, whatever feels good. We're gonna drop the lights down, continue to drop the energy down, give you guys a little bit more heat, shut the door. Great job, everybody. So really, let this be a time you made it. All the flips and tricks, strengthening, hanging. You guys did such a great job. Just see if you need to wiggle your hips, see your belly down. into your body, with the heart sink back, the mind sink back, the thoughts release.